I remember you. I remember you. You broke skinny dweeb. You depressed skinny dweeb, beating your dick every day, hating what you saw in the motherfucking mirror, chicks playing you to the left, friend zoning you. I remember you, brother. You hated your life. You failed to plan because you planned to fail. You said every January 1st that this was gonna be your year, but it never was. Why? Because you kept relying on motivation. You didn't want it bad enough. Matter of fact, that's the issue. You just wanted it. You didn't need it. You didn't have to have it, brother. Yeah, you didn't. That's why you're out partying, to escape your reality, right? You fucking skinny dweeb, look at you. No muscles, no intellect, drinking your fucking life away, right? But one thing you have to understand is that when you're at rock bottom, it can turn you to a motherfucking monster and unleash something in you that you didn't know you had. And that's exactly what 1% Academy did for my brother Joey. But let me shut the fuck up and let you see for yourself.
What's up, guys? My name is Joey Hernandez. I just want to come on here and let you guys know how it went with me with joining Cry's program. I went and decided I did a 3-month program, and I've gained a whole lot of knowledge about nutrition, fitness. Definitely made me super disciplined. And one thing I gotta say about Cry is he's not your friend, he's not your dad. He's definitely a real brother, and that comes from the heart. I mean that 100%. I'm telling you guys this just from my own experience. When I joined, I was going through some things financially. I wasn't really all there, and I just wanted some accountability. So I literally spent the last money that I had to my name, and I just said, fuck it, I joined the program. And throughout the program, I was still kind of rocky, still trying to get through. And Cry actually reached out to me, and out of nowhere, I barely knew him, and he reached out to help me out, which to me was very rare. That's people don't do that, you know what I mean? So he's really a brother. He's a real brother. It's joining him in the community. It's a real brotherhood. I love it. It's been great. I'm definitely gonna have to rejoin again and come right back. But you gotta join. But I'm telling you right now, if you are scared, if you are not, how could I put this? If you cannot be comfortable with being uncomfortable, you are not going to be able to join. You're not going to be able to make it. Don't even waste Christ's time. But if you're a risk taker, you like change, and you want to become a better version of yourself, then I highly recommend joining the program and getting with Cry. That's all I really got to say. It's been great. Back then, I was at 166 before I joined, 167. Right now, I'm currently 153. I lost a good amount of weight and gained some muscle, and at the same time, with only 3 months. And I actually am in a way better position than I've ever been. I'm actually already making what I wanted to be making prior to joining the program. So, if you're watching this, Cry, thank you so much for everything you've done, brother. You know, it's all love. Peace.
I don't think you understand, brother, right? That individual that I was pointing to on the motherfucking TV, that might be you. Maybe not with your physique, maybe not with your mindset, but with your finances, with female nature, with your relationship with God, with your character. You said this year was gonna be the motherfucking year, yet you're still stuck in the same place. You started off strong in January, but then you fell off in February, March. You tried to regain momentum. April came and it was April Fool's, but the only fool is you. You fucking dweeb, because you're still in the same spot. Because you're relying on that emotion. You don't want it bad enough, or you just want it. That's the issue. You don't have to have it. You don't need it. You didn't really mean from the bottom of your heart when you said 2026 was gonna be your fucking year. And now we're here and we're about, I don't know, less than 2 weeks, about halfway through the 50% of the motherfucking year. And you're stagnant, right? And that's exactly what my brother Joey felt. So let's get rid of the fucking cotton candy and roses with the testimony on. Let's get to the nitty fucking gritty. Right now I'm about to show you everything that Joey was struggling with before he came to me in 1% Academy. And Joey probably could have figured it out his fuck himself. But one thing that Joey understood is, why the fuck would I be Dr. Briggs for 20 years when I can learn the same information at 8 and speed up the process? We all know success loves speed, and we all know half of you motherfuckers lack patience. Why? Because in today's generation, we get everything so fast. We hungry, we DoorDash, we horny, we fucking beat our dick, we bored, and we scroll. And we think it's the same thing with success. success, right? So that allows you to be impatient. But the easiest way to use impatience to your advantage is invest in somebody that's been there, and that's exactly what Joey did. But let me shut the fuck up, brother, and let you see for yourself.
I've been watching you for a while, and I always got into fitness, and then I ended up being with my son's mom, and then I stopped going to the gym. I stopped going to go play soccer. I stopped boxing. I stopped just hanging out with her, and I ended up getting fat, and then she left me and my son, and I became a full-time dad, just me and him. And I got back into the gym about 2 years ago, and I did lose a lot of weight. I tried 75 hard. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Yeah, I tried that. I got some before and afters, and I never got to complete it completely, but I made some great progress. Whenever I feel like I'm slacking off, I just get into that. And basically what I want, man, I just want abs. I just want to get my abs. I want to be like you. I want to be bulky. I want the abs to be showing, but I also want to have lean muscle. And I don't want to be too heavy either, be able to still be able to fight and just be a protector. And so basically, I just want to get down to like 10 to 12% body fat, have abs, and then over the year, just I'm 5'7". I want to bulk up to about like 180, 185-ish of just lean muscle, 10 to 12% body fat. And I feel like I've never had a coach in my life. I'm pretty disciplined on my own. I'm the only one that goes to the gym every single day here in Texas. I actually quit my job in my hometown in Wichita, Kansas, and my part-time job, and I put my detailing business to the side on pause just so I can come out here and work in the oil field as a driver for my uncle and make the numbers that I've been wanting to make. And but the gym is just something that I just if it wasn't for having a gym here in this little town in West Texas, in Beckles, Texas, I think I would definitely be going crazy. But it keeps me busy, and that's all I do, man. I work 12 to 14 hours a day, driving a semi, hauling water for different plants and compression stations, and then I just go to the gym right after work, right about this time for an hour. But I never had a coach. I feel like I've seen the people that you train. I've been watching you for like the past month here when I get a chance. I'm driving all day, man, so I listen to podcasts, everything basically that you listen to as well, like Alex, Andrew Tate, those guys as well. And I've kind of been on this self-development journey on my own, personal, and just over the years, I just kept my circle real small. And I feel like I can accomplish getting to that six-pack, that 10, 12% body fat, and I want to be able to be benching 225 pretty nice and easy. I don't want to be little, but I want to have, I just want my abs to be showing. But so right now, I just have some fat, and I just want to cut the fat, have my abs, enjoy it, and then go up to like 180. I'm 5'7", and I'm 166 right now. I want to have my Chevy Silverado paid off completely. Potentially have either another vehicle paid off as well, so I can have a vehicle here in Texas and one over there, and then I can just fly whenever I'm coming back and going. I have a vehicle over there, vehicle here, and if I get a vehicle and back at home, I would like to have either just going ahead and going getting the detailing van, or getting another truck and converting that truck into a detailing mobile unit and bringing it over here, and then leaving my truck that I have right now back home. So that way, when I'm here and I have my 24-hour reset, I can go and detail and do some washes on some semis and make some money while I'm off work. I can make some money, and I want to be hopefully really close to that six pack. If that means I have to drop down to 145, then I'll drop down. But I want to get that six pack, man. I want to get closer with God. I haven't really, only when I've been in the oil field is really when I had a close relationship with God, is because I would pray in the morning and then I'll pray at night. And when I was back home, I was always with chicks. I wasn't really spending that much time with my son, even though I had him full time. I just never prayed anymore, and I was distracted. I was smoking weed. I never been a drinker, but I was just distracted by women. I always had women around all the time and just smoking all the time. But I was working also all the time, so I wasn't giving any of my time to my son. It was more like I pick him up, he's here, just make him cook with him, and he has autism and he has therapy, so he needs a lot of attention, and he's a super sweet kid. So long term, I want to make money so I can be able to never ever, like right now I'm gone for 3 months, so I'm not gonna be there right now. I'm gonna miss his eyeglasses appointment. I'm gonna miss all his appointments, school stuff, and I'm just missing out on a lot, man. I'm just trying to make a business, but I want to gain that energy so he's not running circles around me, and I want to be fit so I can set the standard and show an example. But yeah, man, in those 6 months, I would like to be at least close to my six pack, have my truck paid off my furniture, and have a second vehicle as well. I'm not really worried about blowing up or getting my social media growing right now. I'd rather just document everything and then worry about that later and focus on 2026 being a year of just straight work, body, which is physically, and financially, which is getting my money back up, and also spiritually. And yeah, and I do like to read. I got into reading about a year ago, but when I went back home to work locally, I was just always with chicks, man. So I was always smoking. I never had time to read. And here I actually do get time to read. So I do got a couple books. You're probably familiar with some of them. And I love business in general. But by the time I'm in my 30s, I would love to be where you're at. Just already have my dream body and helping people, but also have other streams of income that have to do with entrepreneurial. Maybe just being accountable, because I feel like, oh, I'm gonna get an $8,000 check. I get paid once a month. I'm gonna get an $8,000 check. It could be 8 or 9, possibly even 10 if I it's just 10 hours. I'm gonna get paid once a month, and boom, I got that one check. I owe 10,000 for my Silverado I have right now. I owe about 8K for my furniture, and then in 4 months, I can have both of those things paid off. And it's just, I want a Yamaha R7, which is a motorcycle. That's about 9K, but it's just maybe just having someone accountable to just remind me, like, yo, like, you don't need that right now. Or you don't need that chain right now. That's not important. To be honest, that's a hard one. Maybe just having someone to just, like you said, like right there, like I never thought about, well, it's not that I didn't think about it, but I just wasn't training abs, and I want abs and I'm not putting in the work. And having a coach is awesome, because boom, like, yo, you want to do this, you need to do this then. And I'm trying to pay off this. So like, okay, when you get paid, save 5Gs, live off of this, don't spend any of that. And so I don't know, man. I feel like I can still do it. But I just never had a coach before, and I feel like having a coach maybe would be basically, I guess, impossible for me to fail to get to those goals. I want to impact. I want my name to leave a legacy. My detailing business is actually called Legacy Detailing. And I guess I just want to show other men as well, because I know it's a huge number nowadays where men are more feminine, and just get myself into that space of like, yo, I've done it, single full-time dad. You guys can too, and I've been rock bottom. I've been broke. I've been trying to pay my $14.50 rent, like trying to figure out, oh damn, like I need to get 2 more details just so I can pay my rent. Like that fuels me, man. And I'm just tired of working for someone right now, since I am a driver for my uncle and I am able to make more money than I was making back home. Because back home with 2 jobs and a business, I was only making about 6K. Over here, I'm able to make between 8 to 10. Over here, at least, I'm way more happier. It doesn't feel like I'm working for someone because I'm a driver for my uncle. But at the end of the day, I am working for someone. And I just want to wake up and do my own thing. I don't want to clock in for someone. I want to be able to do my lifestyle, but also do what I love, which is I want to help. So I just want to be in my 30s, man, working for somebody. I want to have my own businesses. One's making me 10K. The trucking business is making me my 40. There's my 50. Do content and grow the content as well. So in my 30s, I'm already making big numbers and being able to afford my lifestyle and pay my mom, retire my dad, buy them a family vehicle, and as well for me, just get into real estate and just build wealth, generational wealth, long term. And I feel like right now is the time. If that means I have to invest money to get a coach to get me on there, I feel like it's a great stepping stool. I'm 100% committed. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I know the lifestyle that I want within the next 4 years. And this is what I do every day. I just go to work. I work 12, 14 hours. I listen to podcasts. I get new ideas. And then once I'm waiting, or when I wait before I leave the yard, I'll read like 5 pages. Before I go to sleep, I read another 5 pages. And I've been in self-development personally, like on my own, for the past 3 years, since my son's mom has left me and him. And I know you're also pretty new, and I've been watching some videos that are kind of back from like 8 months ago as well. And everything you're saying, I agree with it. I love your story, and it's super inspiring. And I really do see myself being up there to that level one day. And I'll do whatever I have to do. I'm super disciplined. I don't like bullshit. All the guys here at the yard like to go to the gym with me as well, because they know I'll tell them the truth. I'll push them to their limits, and I don't miss a day. I've been here since November 17th. I haven't missed a day at the gym. I love it, and I'm going. And this is something I'm already doing. I feel like a coach is going to be perfect for me while I'm isolated, because I was already in the city where I'm from in Wichita, Kansas, seeing 2-3 girls every single day, working 9 hours, working a part-time job. I was always super busy, always making money. And now that I'm away from the city, I'm away from the vices, and not that I can't control myself to not do vices, because I know I can, but I feel like right now it's the perfect time that I'm isolating, and I kind of already have my couple years planned out, and I just want to make sure I do everything to accomplish them and make a failure impossible. And I like how you talk. I like what you're saying in your videos, and I feel like out of everyone in the space, I feel like I relate with you the most. So yeah, man, I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to get this shit done, and give you another person to show off. And yo, this guy did this, and that. This is what I was able to get is results.
Come here, brother. Let me show your dweeb ass something, right? You see this beautiful structured door, right? You see how they got the square right here, the square right here, the square right here, the doorknob right here? Let me tell you something, brother. It's not by accident. They had a plan and they executed it, brother. Well, guess what? I know you don't look like that fucking door, but it's the same thing with your life. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail, brother. Right? And if you continuously rely on your emotions, you'll be stuck in the same spot by December 31st and then January 1st of 2027. You'll be saying the same shit that you said this year. When are you going to be a man of your word? right? When are you gonna get it done, right? And I knew in order for us to get it done during these 12 weeks with Joey, we had to rely on a system. We had to say, fuck our emotions. What are the high leverage tasks that I can prioritize on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis that will generate a score so I'll be able to know how many times I show up and get it done. But I'm not gonna talk your ear off. I want you to see for your motherfucking self.
First and foremost, brother, very excited to have you on board, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this might be the toughest 12 weeks of your fucking life, right? But you didn't invest to be comfortable, you invested to grow. But I want you to understand, I'm here with you every step of the way. So the days you don't feel like getting up, or you don't feel like tracking that macro, you don't feel like going to the gym, increasing that weight, whatever the case may be, whatever's on that fucking power list, understand I'm here with you every step of the way, right? It's not Joey by itself, it's Joey and Cry. If you fell, I fell, brother. And I don't want to feel the shit that I do, right? So first and foremost, brother, as you know, you have 24/7 communication access. No question is a dumb question. You can hit me at any time, right? And I know that your main objectives over these 12 weeks, right? You want to get to 145, 150 with abs, 10% body fat, while benching 225, right? Mention that you want to pay off the Chevy and get another vehicle, right? Mention that you want to purchase the detailing van, get closer with God, right? Even mention long-term, you want to, help guys and be a coach, right? And I know a lot of the pain points driving these objectives, right? You said that you want abs, but you're only training them twice a week, right? Lacking the accountability at times, spending money loosely at times, right? You told me word for word, I prefer not to clock in and work for someone. I don't want to be in my 30s working for someone. Well, brother, I'm going to show you how we're going to make failure impossible. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. Just let me know when you can see it. Hold on.
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. That's the best job in the world, doggy. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So everything I'm presenting to you, you have access to, and we'll set it up on the end of the call, right? But not only will you be able to see everything on an iPad, on a laptop, but you'll also be able to see all of this on your phone. That's first and foremost. Secondly, I'm going to be talking very fast because I'm super excited. But if you have a question, just interrupt me, right? And I'm going to answer it immediately, right? Third, throughout this whole call, I'm going to be saying this is part of your deliverables. Don't think that you have to take notes or do anything on that call. All deliverables means is what's due before the next call. It's basically like homework. I don't call it homework. I call it deliverables. To me, homework sounds like I'm your dad or something. I'm your brother. So I call it deliverables. But all that means is this is what's due before the next call for Cry, right? So your deliverables will always be here, right? Lastly, all of these calls are recorded, right? So if you ever want to watch a call, right, you would just go down here, call recordings, boom. Obviously, you can text me and ask me a question, but if you want to watch the call back, you can't hear. But part of your deliverables will actually be to watch this call back, right? Now, before I dive in, brother, do you have any questions? Alrighty, doggy, let's dive in. Now, before we get to the fitness, nutrition, the finances, we have to reframe our mind, right? So you had a few deliverables, brother, and most of them look good, right? The Villain vs. Hero, this looks really, really good, right? The letter to self looks really, really good as well. I love that you added the images in here, right? The only one that I want you to revamp, and this is part of your deliverables, is the list of hate portion of list of hate, list of love, right? I want you to dig deeper. I want you to quantify, right? Just how you did this one, I want you to do that for these, right? How did Emily make you feel like she wasn't enough? What was the specific conversation when you said your parents didn't believe it unless they see it, right? How do your son's mother's cousins hate? Quantify that, brother, because one thing you have to understand, the motivation is high right now, right? It's day one, you were crying in the trenches, you already a disciplined individual, right? But I'm trying to tell you, come week 7, week 8, when we in the trenches and the powerless is packed, that motivation is going to die down. This is one of the resources we use to maintain motivation. A lot of guys don't know how to use it. We do, right? So on our next call, I'm going to ask you, Joey, out of the letter to self, out of the list of hate, list of love, out of the Villain vs. Hero, which two resonated with you the most? You're going to tell me, and we're going to schedule time throughout the day for you to read those resources. But it's not enough just to read those resources, Joey. You have to feel those resources as you read them. To me, you don't feel, maybe you feel this one, right? But these three, you don't feel. In my opinion, I want you to dive deeper just for that one. Does that make sense? This is the most important aspect of this call, so pay close attention. And I would also argue that it's the most important aspect of this program, right? So this process I'm about to show you, you will do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, right? So when you click the day that it is, you can either click the day or you can click new. It's going to be up to you. You can click the day and then your power list will pop up. These are your daily non-negotiables. Joey, I don't give a fuck if your ex comes back. I don't give a fuck if the sky is falling. I don't give a fuck if Tupac resurrects from the dead. These must get done on a day-to-day basis despite how you feel, because these are the high-level tasks that are going to make you the man that you have to be. That's first and foremost. Secondly, don't think shit is sweet. Don't think for 12 weeks all you got to do is these 5 things. I can tell you right now, this list will get harder and harder every single week. All right, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your brother. And part of being your brother is to tell you that you have no limitations as a man. You're not here to be comfortable. You're here to grow. Right. So over the course of these weeks, this will get very lengthy and harder. Embrace that. Right. Lastly, you have to do all of these things to win a day. Right. So this is what you would do day to day. Right. Okay. It's Monday. Boom. I trained and I logged it. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Right. I hit my calorie mark. Right. I did my daily reads, which would be either the letter to self, list, love, any of those resources. Right. I didn't spend outside my budget. Right. And I prayed at night. Boom. Right. Once you do that, you would check off Monday. Right. And for the next day, you would do the same thing. Okay. Nightly prayer, no impulse purchases, daily reads, hit my calories, train, boom, you would check off Tuesday, right? At the end of the week, Joey, it should look like this. 7 out of 7 days, right? You then, at the end of the week, will go to the monthly analysis, right? Now, your first week is a 5-day week. Your first official day starts tomorrow, right? Every other week is a full week and starts Sunday, right? But you do have 13 weeks. Like, I'll make sure that you get your full 12 weeks since this is a short week. So you have 2 extra days, so you have 13 weeks, right? But let's say you go 5 for 5 this week, right? You go 4 for 7 next week. You go 2 for 3, 2 for 7. Then you lock back in, you hit 7. Then you lock back in, you hit 6. Then you fall off again, you hit 1. Then the next week, boom, right? So you could do this, or I could do this. I do it before every call. You can do it as much as you want. You can go up to the powerless completion rate, the PCR, and generate, right? What this will do is it will populate, right, your powerless completion rate. So hypothetically, with the example I just gave you, you would be at a 59%. I tell all my guys, if you're 75%, that's good. If you're 80% plus, that's great. If you're 90% plus, that is exceptional. If you have a 90% plus completion rate and you don't receive the objectives that you wanted to obtain when you joined 1% Academy, I will refund you. It's inevitable. In fact, I've had guys hit 75% and still exceed their expectations. But I don't want you to go for that. I want you to shoot for 100%. There's no reason why you can't get it. So do it. A lot of guys have a flawed perception of the progress. They like to think. We don't want to think, we want to know. And another thing, if you do all of these things, Joey, but you don't log it, it doesn't count. You have to log it, right? So as you start logging it, let me show you my brother Corey's. It will look like this. As you can see, Corey's is logged every single day, right? And if I look at Corey has an 85% completion rate, right? He's done what he's supposed to do 85% of the time, which is solid. But what I show you is that inputs are directly correlated with outputs. But when I go to Corey's progress photos, right? This was Corey when he joined 1% Academy. Boom. This is Corey now. Boom. He's lost over 30 pounds, right? So you can see Corey's lost over 30 pounds doing what he's supposed to do 85% of the time. Imagine if I was 90%. That's what I want you to think about, right? So again, the power list is day to day. The weekly analysis is month to month. The monthly analysis is week to week. And at the end of each week, you will have to manually reset this. So we'll just reset all over again Sunday morning or Saturday night, and boom, you'll be good to go. Does that make sense, brother? So when you're in the gym, the only thing that you need is your iPhone timer to time your breaks, right? How long do you time your breaks?
It depends. It could be 90 seconds, 2 minutes.
My God. So only thing you need is that timer and then this right here, right? Boom. So when you're in the gym, all you need is a timer and this document, right? I'm gonna explain this document to you, right? So first and foremost, the exercise column is the exercises, right? These are all hyperlinks. So when you click these, right, boom, it will take you to the video how to do the exercises, right? It is very important this first week, Joey, that even if you think you know how to do these exercises, still click it and not just watch it. Listen, because sometimes I will explain things that your form will be a little different versus what you're accustomed to doing, right? That's firstly. Secondly, anything that's color coded together is a superset, right? So if you see blue together like here, that's a superset. You see green together like here, that's a superset. Anything with red, as you can see on leg, purple and yellow, they don't have any purple and yellow with them. So this would not be a superset, right? That's secondly, right? Thirdly, the W column is the weight that you're at. The F column is the amount of reps that you got on your failure set. So as you can see, your first set, you got 20 reps. Your second set, you got 20 reps. Your third set, you got 20 reps. Your fourth set, you will go into failure, right? So let's use the clock curls for an example, right? Actually, we can use the clock curls, right? So let's say for the weight, you had 20-pound dumbbells. You would just put 20 libs in there, boom, right? And let's say your failure set, you got 11 on your right arm. You just put 11R. And then let's say you got 15 on your left, 15L, right? Now let's say for barbell wide grip curl, you're using a 50-pound barbell. You put 50 libs. And then your failure set, your last set, right? You got 20. We'll just put 20 right there, right? And for barbell with that row, let's say that you were at 100 pounds. You'll put 100 pounds in the W column, right? In the F column, your failure sets, where you go to, you can't go no more. Maybe you got 13 reps. You put 13 right there. You would do this every single week, and I'm going to tell you why. This first week and first 4 weeks, don't increase weight on anything. We're going to know what to increase weight to every 4 weeks, and how we're going to know that is based on your failure sets. So on call 4, we're going to look at your failure sets. If you're below 10, we need to stay at that weight for that exercise. If we're between 10 to 12, we need to increase a little bit. If we're at 15 plus, we need to increase a lot. Now, what I will say, if you come in here week 1 and your failure sets, you have a failure set that's like 50 or something, we'll increase weight right there. We won't wait till week 4. Does that make sense? Right? And another reason we track the failure reps, brother, is because week to week, I want to see if you're being a dweeb. So if you're at 5 failure reps week 1, you should be at least 6 week 2. You should be at least 7 week 3. You should never get worse with your failure reps. The body was made to survive, not to be abundant. Your body will be telling you don't have nothing left, but you really, really do. I promise you, you're not going to die. And if you die, Joey, I will pay for the funeral. I promise you. But you're not. Right? Lastly, Joey, you have a 90-second to 2-minute break on regular exercises. With your abs, you have a 30-second break. It's a circuit. Right? And this is very important for you because we want to get you the abs started. This is the recipe right here. Right? So for 6 inches, Joey, you would do 6 inches for 60 seconds, and you would take a 30-second break. Right? Then you would do toe touches for 60 seconds, and you would take a 30-second break. Then you would do planks for 60 seconds, and you would take a 30-second break. That would be 1 round. You got 3 of those. Right? So it's like a nonstop circuit. So when you get in that 30-second break, you just sit there, and right when it's up, you start back. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then where it says week 1 with the W, that's where I would put that.
For this, for your first week, don't add any weight to these. So like if you click this, you'll see me. I have weight on my legs, right? Okay. This first week, I don't want you to use any weight. For these first 4 weeks, I just want you to focus on the form, right? But as we add weight, you'll put it in that column. For the failure set, since there's technically no failure set, I want you to just add notes like my first 2 sets, I'm good, but my third set I fall. Or my first set, I'm good, but my third set I fall. Just mental notes so we can I can keep pushing you and increasing the pain on a week-to-week basis. Right? Any other questions before I let you go?
No, sir. If I have any questions that come up, I'll just send you a text.
All right, brother. Well, it's time. First week in the trenches, brother. If you need me, hit me.
Yes, sir. You got it.
All right, brother. I'll see you next week. Yes, sir. All right. Peace.
Bye.
One thing you got to understand, brother, is that everybody's different, right? During my, 14 months of running 1% Academy, I've seen a little bit of everything, right? I've seen guys fuck off for 12 weeks. I've seen guys lock in for 12 weeks. I've seen guys, do well in the beginning but fuck off at the end. And I've seen guys fuck off in the beginning and lock in at the end, right? And usually the dweeb diagnosis is what we like to call it. It's when guys start fucking off. It's later in the program, I would say majority of the time, but not with my brother Joey, right? He got a little bit too comfortable very early on, right? But that's why it's so important to have that brother in the trenches who's gonna push you to your limits and not tell you what you wanna hear, but tell you what you need to hear. And not be your friend, but be your fucking brother and hold you accountable because he believes in you more than you believe in your fucking self. So sometimes you gotta have those tough conversations and hey, listen, my nigga, tighten the fuck up. Or you're gonna be in the same spots you were when you joined 1% Academy. But let me shut up and let you see for yourself.
Let's go ahead and dive in, man. So
Yes, sir.
you are down 5 pounds, brother. Right? So
Yes,
great
sir.
job. Right? Almost back on target. We're still a little bit behind. We'll get to in a second. But one thing that I wanted to speak with you about right away, brother, is that right now you have nothing logged for week 3, right? In the monthly analysis, right? So like week 1, we got 5. Week 2, we got 7. Week 3, nothing. Right? Where we at?
Okay, let's go. Let me go to Notion. Okay, logged as like the power list?
No, the monthly analysis, brother. This. I'm showing you right here. You
Okay.
got week 2 logged. You got week 2 logged, but you don't have week 3. This should be logged every week, brother. At Sunday morning or Saturday night.
Days 1. Oh, that's where I just put the number?
Correct.
Okay. So I would just put 7.
Correct. But you did not win 7.
Okay, so it's because of that last week of I think it was a Monday or Tuesday.
It was the 22nd and the 23rd.
Okay, so it's 5 days.
Yeah. Well, it could be 3, or it could be 4, but we'll get into it in a second. So you could put 5 in there for now, right? But the thing about it, doggy, that's why you're supposed to do this, right? So how you said, oh, I think I won 7. You don't ever want to think. We want to know, right?
Yes, sir.
So Saturday night or Sunday morning, just log it. So that's first things first.
And
All
I
right?
would just have to put the dates as well.
No, you don't have to put the dates, doggy. What do you mean?
Like, you know how it says week 1, week 2, and then underneath it says oh no, that says wins.
Where you show me on my screen what you're talking about? Like,
Where it says January.
uh-huh.
Yeah, so like that's where I would put like the dates, right? Where I put next to that 5%.
You don't need to put nothing else, doggy, but these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, on days 1. Okay.
So right here, you're 5 for now, right?
Okay.
So if we go up here, doggy, you're sitting at a 90% completion rate, which is really, really good, right? But the thing about it, we got 9 more weeks in the trenches, right? So we got to maintain it. Anything over 90% is exceptional. Anything over 80% is good. Anything over 70% is anything over 90% is acceptable. Anything over 80 is great. Anything over 70 is good, right? So you're in the exceptional territory, brother. But like you literally really can't miss any more days, to be honest with you, to stay above 90%. So it's crucial, right? So let's actually, instead of starting with the trend of the day, let's start with the macronutrients, brother, right? So your max amount of calories is, I want to say 1514. Let's double check. 1504 is the max amount you can go, right? If we look at your calories, doggy, what is going on? Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not showing up anymore. That's super weird. Okay, here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So if we look at January, doggy, the 22nd and the 22nd and the 23rd, you went over 200 calories and went over 400 calories. Why?
I want to say I was just probably, I personally don't remember those days, but I want to say it was one of those days I was just extremely hungry, and I figured I've been doing this and that, meaning just work, and the amount of steps and working out, but that's the thing, I just don't know. I don't know what days, what I did exactly. It could have been because I was just extremely just working, or just not having enough time, or honestly just don't remember, bro. Honestly, I don't remember, but I mean it's still no excuse. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember, bro.
I'm looking at this week, 19th, 20th, 22nd, 23rd. You went over your calories all of these days, right? So let's look if that reflects the power list, right? Let's look at the 19th. Okay, you lied, doggy. You were not at 1,500 calories the 19th, right? This one, you're not at 1,500 calories, right? 21st you were. 22nd, you're not at 1,500 calories. I have no idea why you're putting 1,500 calories in here and you're not at 1,500 calories. That is the point of this document. Why are you doing that?
Just to get the power list completed. But I mean, yeah, that's not acceptable.
Okay, well, dog, you have to start logging this correctly. Now I'm going to have to go look at these previous weeks and make sure that you're 100%. Because according to you, you were going to get on this call and say, oh, I'm 7, but you're not. You're 3.
Mm-hmm.
You only won 3 days, all due to macronutrients, right? So you said, oh, I felt I would have been okay with the steps. Brother, it's not about the step. It's the time you're in the gym. It's about the other 23 that you're not. It's like saying, oh, I have to, if I'm changing a baby, I just got to like give them a new diaper. Like, no, you got to give them a new diaper and wipe their ass. You can't do one or the other. You got to do both, right? To get you to, right? You want to, I believe we're going to cut for 8 weeks and then bulk back up, right? So to get you to washboard abs like you want to get to and keep decreasing, right? One of the reasons we're a pound behind, brother, is because you're not fully locked in with your nutrition. I have no doubt that you're pushing yourself in the gym. You have to align with the nutrition. And it's not like you're eating the wrong things. You're just overeating. Stop overeating, or you will be dissatisfied with the results that you get. I would never pay the money you pay, doggy, and like not stay aligned. Like it's literally like, Joey, I'm like, give me $1, Joey, and I'll give you $1,000 back. And you like, nah. I'll give you $1. Maybe I'll give it to you 3 days a week, but not 7. That's literally what you're doing with your nutrition and the physique that you wish to acquire. You got to do both. You're in a building phase right now. Once you're in a maintaining phase, brother, you can have a few cheat days. You can overeat at times. It won't affect you. That's where I'm at. You got to work your way up to that. You're in your 0 to 32 degrees of physical fitness, right? So you have to stay dialed in with your nutrition. From now on to next week, the number one component I want you to focus on is your nutrition, right? So that's first things first, right? But this is my thing that I don't like to see, Joey. You're stopping at 20 every single week. That means you're not going into failure. That means you're telling yourself, I can stop at 20. Brother, that is not failure. So if next week I see, or not next week, but in 2 weeks, if I see this, Joey, we're going to get to a point where you're going to have to send me your failure sets. Then I'm going to have to see if you're really pushing yourself to failure. Failure is not you go and you think, oh, I can't go no more, let me stop. Failure is, if you're doing dumbbell lateral raises, it's you tried and it literally wouldn't go up. However many reps that is failure. Me seeing 20 in here, 3 weeks, lets me know that it's not just nutrition. You're not pushing yourself to your fullest potential in the gym. The body was made to survive, not to be abundant, right? So your body will be telling you, oh, stop, Joey, you're going to die. You're not. If you die, I promise you I'll pay for the funeral. You're not, especially with some fucking lateral raises. You're not. Right, so we'll go up on that. We'll go up to 20. Table bicep curl, you're at 30 for 25. Same thing with these last two. There's no way you should be at 20 reps every single week. That's ridiculous. You're literally stopping at 20. Don't ever do that with failure reps. The point is to go into failure. Do we got to go over the trainer principles again, brother? Failure reps. It means one thing: go until you physically can't. No counting reps, just per grip. I find it very hard to believe that your failure reps were the same number 3 weeks in a row. I would even be less mad if you came in here and they were less week to week. Like they got worse. At least I know you keep it in a buck. But 20 is unacceptable. Legs. Why haven't you been tracking this?
On legs, well, today's when I put that in. Today's legs.
Doggy, we're in week 4 right now. So week 3 should have something in there. Why doesn't it? So you know what that means, Joey? That means if we go back to the power list, you were not 100% week 1 or week 2. One of these weeks you missed a day because you did not log it. So you are literally, Joey, filling this out just to say you did it. You're not doing it though. Because if you went in here and said you won 7 out of 7 and you trained plus logged, if I go back here, Joey, this should be 3 weeks filled out, but it's not, right? So that's another adjustment, right? I'm going to have to get to the point where I'm micromanaging you because you're not using the power. You're either you're lying or you're just saying, fuck it, right? So this is really a 6. Okay, because you did not log legs that week. Same thing with these, Joey. A lot of these are 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20, 20, 20, 40, 38, 40. Okay, this one not bad. But these 3, you're not going into failure, brother. I'm looking at this. I'm like, why is he moving so slow? And it makes sense. So I take what I said back. I said 5 minutes ago, I believe you're going to your fullest intensity in the gym. You're not. You're not. Right? Failure is to failure, brother. Doggy, you moving in a scary territory, brother. You cruising right now. You chilling. Ain't shit about being a 1% man chilling. You're moving like a 30% dweeb right now. Yes, you're showing up to the gym. Yes, you're eating whole foods, but you're going over your macronutrients and you're not pushing yourself to the fullest capability. Cruising is not gonna get you to your standards at the end of these 12 weeks. 12 weeks fly by. I remember your first call. I can tell you verbatim how it went. We did the call and we had to stay on there for another hour and a half to figure out a payment plan that works for you. And I remember I went to bed really, really late. It's already week 4, about to be. The shit flies the fuck by. So what you just did, you got 3 more of those, and then that's it. If I'm looking at this villain and hero, you want to love your appearance, be happy with your income, be a full-time entrepreneur, be financially free, you track your macros, right? A lot of this is God-oriented and your son, so nothing there so far. But these, you're not going to love your appearance if you are going over your macronutrients and half-assed in the gym. If you can't push yourself from a physical fitness acumen, you will be a terrible business owner and entrepreneur, right? And that will lead to you not being financially free. And you can track your macros all you want, but if you're going over, it doesn't mean shit. So I know I'm being a dick this call, but I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your brother. I've got on those calls and was positive with you before. This wasn't like that. I really could care less. You can hate me every call, as long as we get you to your standards and your objectives. No more. I'm sending over the confirmation now, brother, but do you got any questions before I let you go?
Upload progress photos, next call, reminder, watch one, thing or words. Nope, just be 100% and get this shit done and be that 100 calories less, so about 1,500, 1,400.
Correct. And don't just get this shit done, doggy. Get it done correctly. Yes. Don't just be powerless to say you do it. I promise you, like, the system, I give you guys, like, once you leave 1% Academy, you got this for the rest of your life. Like, I'm literally going to reset this for like a year once you leave. Right? Winners and losers have the same standards. What separates the winners and the losers is a system. You can say all you want, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but if you don't do the high leverage task on a day-to-day basis, you will never get there. Right now, you are not doing the high leverage task on a day-to-day basis with physical fitness and nutrition. And I promise you, the product of your success is based on your attention to detail with your personal development. I promise you. That's why you see like successful individuals that just get rich, like, are the most impressed people, because they didn't personally develop themselves. If they personally developed themselves and was in shape and transformed their mind mentally, once they get the success, it doesn't phase them in a negative light because they're personally developed. I promise you, your account will reflect your powerless completion rate within regards to fitness and nutrition in the future. I can assure you. All right.
I have no questions.
All right, brother. We all set for Thursday, 8:15. But if you have any questions in the meantime, hit me, brother. But let's fucking go, bro. I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna call you a dweeb on the call. But once literally I click in, it's over with. It don't matter. I love you. Let's win.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace.
Let's pivot a bit, fellas. Shall we? Right? To me, fellas, I never wanted to be the Jax motherfucker that was poor. I never wanted to be the rich motherfucker that was a skinny dweeb. I never wanted to be great with women but not know God. And I never wanted to know God but not have a mental clarity on female nature and how these females move. I always wanted to be well-rounded. I always wanted to check every single C. Cuts, charisma, church, character, clouts, cash, combats. I always wanted to be a 1% man. I always wanted to be that man when you put 100 motherfuckers in the room, I'm that one, I'm glowing. I wanted to be him. I wanted to be the LeBron James of a man. I wanted to be able to defend, score, pass, lead, all of the above. And one thing that I had to understand was that if I'm going to hold myself to that standard, I want to hold my brothers to the same. And 1% Academy isn't a fitness and nutrition plan. Nah, brother. I have guys that join my mentorship that are already in shape and need help with the systems. I've got the guys that join my mentorship that need, the content creation aspect. I have guys that join my mentorship that need the accountability aspect, the looks aspect, whatever the case may be. But no matter what it is, as long as I've been where you are, brother, and in that seat that you're sitting in, I can help you. And if I can, I'll point you in the right direction, right? So what you're about to see on this call is not necessarily a dweeb diagnosis or not necessarily a celebrating a win, but it's going to be a really value-packed call of, what you guys don't really see in a lot of the case studies of the value that we provide in 1% Academy and a lot of the things we go over to help men be that well-rounded 1% man, right? And a lot of this stuff you can implement yourself, brother. I'm giving out free game. So I hope you're not just watching to get that little dweeb-ass motivational high and actually applying the shit that I'm saying. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time, brother. Let's get right into it.
I want to learn a little bit more prayers. And, because I haven't looked into anything about how to pray or anything. I just been kind of doing a pray that I was told, like, when I was, like, a kid. And I just been doing that prayer.
What's your religion, bro? Christian?
No, I personally, I don't know what religion I am, but I've always believed in God. I don't think I'm Catholic just because I feel like Catholics like believe in the like saints. You know what I mean? Like saints and I don't know. I haven't went into that rabbit hole, but at the end of the day, I've always put God first.
Okay. Well, I'm a Christian. My grandfather's a pastor, but I can tell you, brother, in our religion, it's no rules to praying, man. You don't have to have a certain prayer or think of better ways to pray. Like the Bible says, like, come as you are, like God, he's like our heavenly father, bro. Like he knows us more than we know ourselves. So you don't have to, like, you can talk to God how you talking to me on this call, bro. That's how I talk to him. You don't have to have like a special prayer, nothing like that, bro. I mean, you can say amen at the end, but besides that, brother, just speak from the heart. It's no rules. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you have to have a certain prayer, doggy. Just speak from the heart, bro. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? So what you're going to be doing from the 26th to the 5th is probably going to be, this is going to be from next Thursday until like our next call, right? You're going to be doing a time management audit, right? So do you see this tab right here?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to click this tab. Now I will remind you to do this next Thursday, but I still want to discuss it on this call, right? So every 30 minutes, Joey, you're going to be logging what you are doing, right? This is not for me to call you a dweeb. It's not. So don't think you got to lie or just like pretend like, I don't know, you at a parent teacher conference and you got to act on your best behavior. Like do what you would do on a regular day basis, right? This is for you, right? Because I know you want to maximize yourself outside of your purpose. I want to show you and I want you to see for yourself how much time you really have and how much time you could be maximizing, right? So every 30 minutes, Joey, you are going to log exactly what you're doing. Now, again, you don't start this till it's going to be next Thursday until our next call. You won't do this week, but next Thursday you will. The only rules of this, Joey, is one, I want you to be radically honest with what you're doing, right? Two, I want you to be precise with what you're inputting. Do not be vague, specific, right? So don't just say social media, say I was scrolling on YouTube watching tech videos. Don't just say break, say I was reading 10 pages and I took a coffee break, right? Don't just say I went out, say I went to a hookah bar and had 2 drinks with my girlfriend. Don't just say laying down, say I was laying down on the phone with my child, right? Very, very descriptive, right? So I'll show you somebody else's that had to do it recently. So my apologies, dog. I don't know why my laptop keeps doing that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'll show you Jada that did it recently. So if we look at hers, it's very, very descriptive, right? She's telling me exactly what she's doing within these margins, right? Even with this one, you know, let me find one where she was kind of vague, right? She didn't just put on the phone, she put exactly who she was talking to. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be extremely detailed with this. Now, again, Joey, this will not be like once we get off this call, this will be
Next Thursday is when I start.
next Thursday. Yeah, but it'll be every 30 minutes. Some guys like to set a timer every 30 minutes. Some guys, they just remember to do it. I will be checking it though, doggy. It's probably the most tedious thing I'm ever going to ask you to do. If you renew, we will do it again, the next renewal. But for this stint, this will be the only time you do it. But it's going to just open your eyes so much and realize that, wow, as busy as I think I am, I have time to maximize my purpose. I have time to get the materials to get that detailing van, pay off my Chevy, make more money to pay off my Chevy, right? Work on the coaching, put up content, like you have the time, right? But also be an eye opener for you of, you know, what's taking away your time as well. You know what I'm saying? How much more dialed in you could be as great as you're doing now. 87% completion, 88% completion rate, down 11 pounds, feeling very good, right? I promise you there's another level you can tap into, and that's what this exercise is going to show you. Second thing I want to speak with you about, doggy, is a little bit of the looks maxing stuff, right? So do you currently have a skincare routine?
That's what I use. Teach me.
My guy. Okay. Do you currently are you using crest whitening strips?
Yes.
My guy. Are you using tongue scraper?
Yes.
Are you using floss?
Yes.
Are you
got
using
a water flosser.
My guy. Okay. Electric toothbrush.
Yes.
What kind of mouthwash do you use?
That one exactly.
My guy. What kind of lotion?
It's not that one, but it's like it's a white bottle, but it's not that one. But I actually want to go ahead and try the Aveeno. I think I've tried the Aveeno before.
Okay. Yeah, I would try this one because I'm gonna recommend some colognes in a second. This is a great unscented lotion. How about a fingernail clipper?
You gotta have it, doggy.
Say no more, doggy. Say no more. Talk to me, doggy. Are you a jewelry guy?
Yeah, I love jewelry.
Okay, so I always recommend this for jewelry. This is my #1 spot, so I'll show you. Very affordable and very nice, bro, right? So I recommend all guys. Now, this stuff is all optional. I'll add it to your deliverables as optional, but I highly recommend it, brother. I mean, looks aren't everything, but they're the first barrier of entry. We've been told our whole life not to just do a price cover, but that's exactly what everybody else does. And especially once you walking around with your shirt off, doggy, you have a necklace on, doggy, oh, ball game, it's over with, right? So what I recommend all my guys do when I'm explaining this to you is get 1 gold and 1 silver, right? So all I did was go to men's, jewelry, and then I went to chains and necklaces, right? Now, if I recommend to start off, just get you something that's versatile that you can wear everywhere. So like something like this can work for you, right? Something simple that's silver, and then I will get you something simple that's gold, like something like this, right? You're gonna spend less than $50 on both. I always recommend size 18. 18 is gonna be the best length. 18 is gonna fit you similar to the one I have on, right? Right below the neck, but not really uptight like the perfect length, right? Now, once you get you something silver and gold, as far as the chain, right? I always recommend guys to get a couple of pendants so you can mix and match, right? So if I go to jewelry again and then I go to pendants, right? Now it's giving me different pieces I can kind of go back and forth with for both, right? So I can wear this with the gold or the silver, you know what I'm saying? I can wear this with the gold, I can wear this with the silver, I can wear these with the silver, right? Then I got some gold ones. So like you got 4 different necklaces really, but you only purchased 2, if that makes sense, right? And these is versatile. These you can wear to the gym, you know, to while you at work, right? They're not too flashy. Now, if you want to go more so for the flashy look, right? I have one of these pieces as well. I very rarely wear them but unless I'm going out, but like something like this, like a nice Cuban, you know what I'm saying? Or something like this Cuban, something with a little bit more variety and diamonds in it. You know, you can go something like that, something like this as well. But to start off, I would just go regular rope chain, silver and gold with a few pendants. Great starters that I recommend, cheap, affordable, but like it doesn't turn your neck green, and it's very, very nice, bro.
I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, and I wouldn't have the knowledge.
Yeah, doggy. I know exactly what you're saying.
Nor the accountability, because the accountability is it's a whole nother level. Like, oh yeah, I was already locked in, but the pace I'm going with the 2 pounds or a pound and a half, it's another level, bro. Like today, I put that my belt on the 5th hole, and like I felt it wasn't suffocating me, from my waist.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there I already feel the progress.
Yeah,
I already feel the momentum. Like abs, bro. Like I fucking hate abs, but I was just like, nah, you gotta love this shit. And when I say that in my head, it's like I get a little bit of extra power, and I hold that whole 60 seconds, like nah, don't be a fucking dweeb, like don't be a fucking bitch, like. But I feel the burn, and I love the burn. And then like if someone goes with me, it's like either 1 or 2 dudes that go with me, and they're next to me, and I can just hear them breathing, I hear them quitting, I see them falling. I'm like, no, I gotta set the example, because I know they look up to me. I know they're here because they're motivated from me,
Yeah.
And I get that extra power knowing like, yo, like they can see, oh shit, it's another level. Like this dude's like still holding that shit. I know that shit hurts. You know? But
Absolutely.
I don't know, for me, it just gives me more strength personally. I feel there's no stopping where you're at right now. Like where you a long way, those 9 months in the gym. Like I know your story, bro. There's no stopping. Like I know you're gonna have that yours. Like you're in great progress. You're starting to be way more what's the word? With the school community, now you're more, not only are you already doing what you're doing, but now you're
active. More active in the community.
There's another word. You're more, I guess that's the word. You're more active now, because now everyone's like me. I look forward for that call. I feel like there's more. Like I'm learning more, and I'm hearing your voice more. I'm seeing you more, and I think that's good for everyone personally, and especially for the guys that are not like the guys that already graduated. Like for example, if I knew I was already graduated, but I still got this weekly call with Cry, like I'm learning from someone that knows so much more than me, and like not only am I going to continue learning, but you feel like you're still in that community. You know what I mean? And it's a really great thing to do, because it keeps your people with like that connection with you. It's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, especially not being in the program, and you don't have that accountable coach that you're going to talk to weekly or bi-weekly. Like let's say that day somebody was already feeling like, oh man, they want to go to some bad habits, and boom, they get that notification and boom, Cry group call.
Yeah.
It wires the brain like, nah, like Cry wouldn't do that shit. Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It's really nice to keep someone on their shit, I think.
I appreciate that, bro.
Being more active in that community I think is a real huge help. Question number 2. What does the word purpose mean to you?
It's a few things, bro. That's a good question. What does purpose mean to me? The first thing is like, obviously the surface level answer is, what do I love to do that feels like work that can monetize for the rest of my life? And then also, what vehicle can I sustain the most pain in? So not only do I love it, but also can I disconnect from it and not be emotionally involved when it's not going well, when everything's going left, and I'm having the worst week ever with it, or the results ain't hit yet? Can I still stick with it? If I can combine those 2 components, that's my purpose. But on a deeper level, I think it's, why God put you on earth. I believe, especially as men, we were meant to provide for others in some way, shape, or form. So I do it on like a mass level, right? Because I'm helping a lot of men. But even the guy whose purpose is being a construction worker, that's a good salary. Like his purpose may be to provide a certain environment, a life of abundance for his daughter to get into a certain school, just due to the finances of that. So I think on a deeper level, it's like, why God put you on this earth. And the surface level is like, what do you love to do? And what vehicle can you sustain the most pain in? Like last week was my hardest week ever. I had 19 one-on-one calls. I posted 3 YouTube vids. Still was going to the gym, still was boxing, still was hitting my Instagram KPIs. It was a tough week, but it wasn't as tough as working a job I hated, so I can sustain the pain with that. I can sustain the pain if a video doesn't bother me. If people talk shit about my videos, it doesn't bother me, right? That's how I know it's my purpose as well, because I can sustain that pain and I genuinely love it. Like, for instance, this call was supposed to end 30 minutes ago. I'm still on here talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rushing you off the call. I'm asking if you got any questions, because I love what I do, bro. So that's what it is to me.
Yeah, I personally feel like once I figure out what I want to do with what you do, because what you do is a lot. Like, not only is it fitness that you're knowledgeable in, but it's a lot of mindset as well, and getting guys some game, like with cologne, hygiene, dressing, how to dress is like I think that definitely helps a lot of guys. 'Cause most guys don't know. But
Yeah.
it's just I mean, like how you say, like cut, charisma, church, character.
Cash combat.
No, it's like 7.
I got you, doggy. Yeah, bro. It seems like it's a lot, bro, but I promise you, Joey, you are right now 6 weeks into being extremely dialed in. 6 weeks, right? If you do that for what you just did for 6 months, you'll be like, wow, I have so much knowledge to give people. Because the same way it's hard to be a 1% man, I would say it's never been easier, bro. Most men cannot just dial in for 6 months. They can't.
100%.
Right? So like I was just dialed in for 9, bro, and learned everything that I teach you guys, and I'm still learning, reading new books, sharpening my sword in other areas, everything, bro, and then teaching y'all that. You know, that's why I'm able to teach a guy that's a skinny dweeb. I'm ready to teach a guy that's overweight. I'm able to teach a guy that's working his 9 to 5, trying to get out of it. I'm able to teach a guy that's trying to grow his YouTube. I'm able to teach a guy how to be more intellectual with speaking. Why? Because I did all those things, right? So once you do them all, it'll be easy work. It'll be like, this is what I did, bro. You know, it's really not, doggy. I got to get some sleep, man.
Yeah.
We're all set for the same time, not next Friday, next Thursday, but the following Thursday. But I'll follow up with you next week with the loom like I always do, doggy. But if you got any questions in the meantime,
I got you, doggy.
hey, doggy, don't be a dweeb because you go home and take notes when you read. Holy fuck.
Yes, sir. I was thinking about like kind of just maybe auditing when I am home just to see how productive. Because when I'm home, bro, it's gonna be. I personally think doing what I already have to do is gonna be so much easier because I'm not working. I'm at home. My son, I gotta take him to school, drop him off. He's gonna be in school from 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. I got 8 hours to do meal prep, laundry, gym. I'll probably end up going to the gym twice just because that's I know how I am. Or I'll probably hit up this boxing gym that I know that I used to go to a long time ago, and I might just go and be like, yo, I just want to play for a week and get some sessions in while my son's in school, so I can get back into the mix because I know that's gonna be some crazy cardio, and I love that shit too, bro. Do you ever catch yourself randomly just sparring, like just in the
house? Yes, yeah. All day, bro, all day, dude. Right before group calls, Joey, I'm like fighting, bro, like just to get my adrenaline up, bro, every time, bro. But yeah, bro, stay dialed in, bro. If you need me, hit me. And I'll see you in a couple weeks, bro.
Yes, sir.
All
Got
right,
it. Thank you. Love, brother.
No, love.
What you're about to see now, fellas, is another part of what I call dweeb diagnosis. When guys get in the trenches and the motivation fades, and then they start following back into those dweeb-ass habits that they have when they join 1% Academy, which is part of the process. Nobody's perfect. Up until this point, nobody's had a 100% powerless completion rate. Even I have days where I fuck up, right? But one thing that Joey didn't do that you're about to see is he wasn't honest with me, right? The call prior to what you're about to see, everything looked good, everything looked glogged, but his weight was a little stagnant. I was like, something's not adding up, brother. Are you sure you're doing everything correctly? He said, yeah, right? But later on in the day, he decided to text me what you're about to see now, and I had to hold him accountable. And right after you see the text message, fellas, I'm gonna fast forward to the final call, right? Where if it was 30 or 50% Academy, Joey probably would have been one of the top students I ever had, but it's not. It's 1% Academy. And even though it was the final call, and even though he doesn't look anything like he did when he joined, I said, brother, you didn't follow through with the standards that you set to attain in the beginning of the program. You went through the motions a lot, brother. You could have did a lot fucking better, right? And I'm telling you right now, if it was 30% Academy, I would have got on the call and celebrated him. I told him that because I cared, and I want to see him win. But let me shut the fuck up and let you see for yourself.
Doggy, first and foremost, I appreciate you taking accountability. That's step 1. But step 2, I can't help you unless I know what's going on. For you to get on the call and act like everything is good, but then tell me that you was fucking off and didn't log it because you went to see your grandma, it's unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable. You he with me on the call. I should have been getting on your ass, right? You only get 12 of these motherfuckers, bro. You only get 12, right? Whatever day that you went out there, please log it as a loss on the power list so the power list completion rate is correct. But you got to dial the fuck in. Right, because now we're behind weight. You don't have the, I'm telling you, bro, you don't have the luxury to miss macros due to your job, your occupation. You got to dial the fuck in, bro.
12 weeks in the trenches. Talk to me. How's it been?
It's been one hell of a ride. It's been great, man. I learned so much, a lot of sweating, and I loved it. I love the routine and everything that comes with it. Just reminding myself every day, it just lights a fire in me every day. Like reading like the list of love, list of hate, adding to it, and just thinking like my body, like I feel like my stomach feels smaller because like I just been getting like if I feel hungry, if I do get hungry at times, like I'll just drink a water bottle, and then before I continue, I always ask myself like, okay, why did I get this spike, or why all of a sudden am I hungry? And I realized like, oh, it's because I had a bad phone call with someone that was negative, and I just want to feel like comfortable. I want to escape. I want to just feel good about myself right now. So there's a lot that I've learned. I'm really happy uh, with the weight that I've lost. I know there's more that I should have lost, but made some progress, and I feel great, man. I feel really great. I think I'm really close to. I'm getting real close to where I need to be. I think I can be there in like 3 months.
I agree. I think you can be there in 3 months, but I don't think you took advantage of this 3 months altogether. Doggy, I'm here to help you. You should never get on a call and not tell me what's going on or not track some food so I don't see it. That's not helping you in no way, shape, or form. Right? So I don't know why you did that, bro, but moving forward, rather the call is ugly or whatever the case may be, either way, it's coming out of a place of love to help you. One. And two, you knew not to eat that food, but you made the decision to do it. Right? You've lost 14 pounds over the course of 12 weeks. That's okay, bro. I'll be honest with you. My bad, bro. I don't know why I keep doing that, but that's okay, bro. It's not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have did a lot better, right? If you didn't have the hiccups with nutrition, and then you started off a little bit slow in the beginning, which is fine. But 14, like you're supposed to be at 142, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you look at these progress photos, give me 1 second. Like I'm glad that you lost weight, doggy, but this is 1% Academy, not 30% Academy, right?
Okay.
This is you when you join. Boom. This is you now, right? A slight difference, but not much. If I'm being completely honest with you. Right. And I don't think it's a workout problem. I know that you're training to your fullest intensity in the gym. I think it's a nutrition problem. Some like my thing is like, it's kind of like this, Joey, right? Put yourself in my shoes, or just think about it like this. If you was with a chick, right, and y'all been talking for 3 months, and then week 10, you find out she lied to you about some shit, or she didn't tell you some shit, you're going to be like, man, what else was she not telling me the other weeks? Or is there something else she's not telling me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that there's other weeks where you maybe went over and didn't log it, but I'll be lying to you if I said that didn't cross my mind, because I know it's not a gym problem. I truly believe you're in the gym going nuts, but nutrition is 90% of this shit, brother. So although you made progress, although you have an 89% powerless completion rate, I'm personally dissatisfied with your physique of day one till now, just through the nutrition, right?
Okay.
Purpose-wise, have you took any leaps with recording content as of recently?
No, I've just recorded like some working out. I bought this DJI. I just got here the other day. I'm just still trying to figure out how to use it, but I really like it because, like, let's say I'm just working out or I'm moving, or I can just place it and I'm like checking on the truck, checking on the fluids. It follows me. Like it has AI tracking, which I thought was pretty dope because I don't have to go to the tripod like this one, like, and just manually grab it and move it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope, but not as much as I like to. But yeah, I've just been recording a little bit with the other phone that I got for this.
What are you waiting for, Joey?
Sometimes I just get lost. I'm like, damn, like I don't know what to say on my first video, or like how many, or I don't know. So I like being about in the 1% program because I feel like I don't know anything about the YouTube part of it, but like having a deadline is it's nothing like having deadlines because that just gets you really going. It's just more like just not knowing what to say or what should be my first video. Should it be me doing something or sitting down talking to the camera and scripting? Like it's really that.
Okay. Have I given you access to the modules yet or no?
No.
Okay. All right. So obviously, I think that you can definitely take the fitness and nutrition up a notch, right? But if you really want to make money online and get into coaching, brother, you got to take that leap and you got to take that step immediately, right? You always hear me speak about ready, fire, aim. Right now, you're trying to aim it before you fire it. You feel me? I just want you to fire that motherfucker, and I'm gonna help you aim it and speed up the process so you can hit your target, right? But if you trying to just aim it perfectly, I can't help you. You got to be willing to suck for a little bit. You got to be willing to get uncomfortable if you want to really do it. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I can tell you right now, balancing the gym and nutrition and the content is way more difficult than what you were doing this first stint. It's a whole nother challenge within itself. It's going to take a whole another amount of focus, right? So you got to be ready for that. And if you're not ready for that, don't do it. Just be a dweeb. Just being honest with you. Choose one vehicle, bro. Just choose one. Because when you're trying to do multiple things, you'll progress, but you won't progress as fast as if you just try to choose one. Before LeBron was doing podcasts and shoe commercials, he had to become the best at basketball first, right? So I want you to choose one first and master that. So it sounds like you're choosing the semi trucks. Cool. Master that. Run up 20 to 30 bands persistently for 6 to 9 months, maybe even a year, to the point where it's second nature. Once it's second nature, then maybe think about the content. But I can tell you right now, if you're trying to do, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work my job, I'm gonna get the semi, I'm gonna do content, you won't progress as fast as you wish to. You'll be kind of running in place. Does that make sense, Doggy?
Yes. Yeah, because my vision was really just getting a lot of content with that as well. Like those are my ideas, is really just documenting the fitness aspect and becoming a full entrepreneur, owner, operator as well. You know, like the steps by steps.
I would record everything. I'll record the whole process just to have the videos. It's going to help you a lot once you do start posting. Yeah, I would definitely still record everything. Yeah, absolutely. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you access to these modules right now, and this will help you out a lot. So when you're in the school, give me 1 second. When you're in here, Doggy, this is my other mentorship. Okay, when you're in here, you'll have access to this module, YouTube now, right? Boom. I would recommend you go through these and take immediate action. Even without me, you'll learn a shit ton from those that you'll be able to apply immediately of the questions that you have. Oh, how do I do my first vid? What environment do I do? How do I script X, Y, and Z? I will answer all those questions in that module. So I'm going to literally give you access right now. Boom. You got it. So we'll go through those. I mean, as soon as you want to, it's totally up to you. But that'll help you a lot. So that's the first thing. Second thing.
You were there for me, bro. Like from the beginning, you were literally there for me when I invested in my last. I literally just paid rent. I didn't have shit. I didn't even have money to pay my insurance for my truck. And I was at a really tough spot, and you still came through and you barely just met me. I just joined, and you were like, let me know if you do need money, like, and I'll send you like through Cash App or something. I don't remember, but you were coming through, and then my uncle came through like last minute, and he was able to, like, I mean, he didn't even like question it or nothing. He just he comes through. I just didn't want to ask him because I already asked him for so much around that time. I wasn't financially, I was not in a good spot. Now I'm in a way better spot, and it's only going to get better. I think just making more income just takes away a lot of problems. I know money's just a tool, but it definitely helps and makes life way more easier. And yeah, but yeah, bro, when you did that it made a switch for me from like, he's not just like a mentor or a coach, like he really is like a real brother. Like, 'cause you didn't have to do that, man. You could have just been like, just went about your day, and you know what I mean. And I don't forget that, bro. Like you were really solid. You kept it real. Like you're like a real brother. And I fully understand whenever you say like, no, I'm not your brother, I'm not your dad. Like I felt that love, bro, and I really appreciate you for that.
For sure, Doggy. For sure, you already know you my guy. Even after this call, you still my guy. So hit me if you need me.
Thank you, doggy. Appreciate it. Did you get your Instagram back?
Not yet, Doggy. I'm working on it now, man. They like literally reviewing it right now. So I should have an update by midnight tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy. One of my homies was like, yo, what happened to your coach? Like I don't even see his stories no more. Because he started following you because I told him that I'm in the program.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think he got like, it took off his gram for something. I don't know, but I thought it was weird because I'm like, he don't even cuss like that. He doesn't talk about specific topics where the government's kind of like, you know, like listening, or like he's not even really red pill. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really weird. And then when we got on that group call, and then Gibbs started saying like about like, oh, I think it was your ex, and I was just like, bro, like if she has the time and energy to already watch his videos, that already, some of them are pretty long, and she's watching the whole video, then she has the time and energy to try to figure out how can she ruin him, because she's already miserable. You know what I mean? So
X.
Girls, I feel like girls just, especially if you're on their mind 24/7, they're just gonna be, and they don't got nothing going on. Like that's a lot of time and energy, you know, to just figure out like, what can I do, or how can I do this? You know what I mean? You know, when you focus on one thing. So yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
don't know,
fact.
bro. I feel like my ex would probably do something like that. That's what I'm kind of like. Fuck. I gotta be real careful when I start posting on YouTube. I feel like it's the best thing for me, just because I think it's the last thing that somebody will find me on. But yeah.
No, facts, Doggy. Facts. I'm gonna get it back though, man. There's two types of people. There's people that see the donut, and there's people that see the hole. I'm seeing the donut, you know. So I know I'm gonna get it back. It's just a matter of time. You know, I'm not really too stressed about it. The first day it happened, I was pretty pissed about it, but then it just went away. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, you'll get it back, and then come 10 times.
I'm gonna go, dude. When I get that bitch back, I'm gonna go nuts.
10 times. I've been listening to 10 times the book.
Yeah, 10x rule.
Audible. Yeah, 10x rule. Bro, that's just fucking. I really like this book. I really like this book. I got the hard copy and I got the Audible, and the Audible is badass too because he does say a little bit of extra things. Like he even says it like, "Oh, I didn't say this in the book," but yeah, bro, that's I can see why that made you like anything I think about. It's like okay, what can I do to 10 times this?
Yeah,
All of a sudden, boom, 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 you can get all of these things done, and just yeah, that book is badass, bro. I'm really enjoying that book.
I'm glad you're liking it, doggy. That's one of my favorite reads.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, doggy. I gotta call for you, but I gotta let you go. But if you need me, hear me. Don't forget to send that testimonial, doggy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, doggy. Peace.
All right. Peace, doggy. Love.
I'm so fucking passionate about this shit, brother. And I want to see all y'all motherfuckers win. I want you to shit on every motherfucker that said you couldn't do it. I want you to prove your family that you could do it. I want you to escape that job from that motherfucker that you hate. I want you to come back a new man when it comes December time, right? I really want that for you, brother. 2024 was that year for me, right? Where I started seeing light at the end of the tunnel a little bit, right? Then 2025 was my leap year, launched my business, whatever the case may be, right? Now I got motherfuckers laying on the ground wheezing for air. 2026 is the year that I put my fucking foot on their neck and take them out their fucking misery. And it's just gonna keep getting worse from there because I'm never satisfied, I'm never satiated, right? I'm never satiated. I want that feeling like, oh, I used to know Cry. Oh, look at Cry. Right? Motherfuckers acting like they knew me. But nigga, you never knew me. I'm up now. Right? Bitch, I used to fuck with you. You're never at the places I'm at. Why? Because your fucking dude can't afford it. I'm in a whole nother echelon of what you think is obtainable in life. You can never get on my level. That's the feeling that I love. Maybe you're not as childish as me. That's fine. Maybe it's something positive that you're working towards. Retiring your mother, providing a life of abundance for your kids. It's putting you and your spouse in a better environment and taking care of her, retiring her, being able to provide abundantly for her, take her on nice dates, whatever the case may be. We all got that why, brother, right? But if it was that easy, everybody would be satiated from an objective standpoint, and that's not the case. Right? There's plenty of men that are unsatisfied with what they see in the mirror. They're unsatisfied with their life externally or internally. They hate their life, brother. They're drifting. They're like a fucking boat in a fucking ocean with no paddle. And they have no plan to get to where they want to go. And that was me for years. And I truly believe my purpose and the reason God put me on earth is to help you get the fuck up out of that. And if that's you, brother, and you want to join 1% Academy and get a brother in the trenches to hold you accountable and try to direct you to be the best man that you can be, I will put the link in the description in the comment section. Book a call and we'll see if you're a good fit. I love y'all boys. I want to see y'all win, man. Let's finish 2026 strong. It's time.